All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to tackle one of the biggest questions we can ask. What is our purpose? We're going to explore this really ancient framework for figuring out not just what we're supposed to do, but who we really, truly are. But first, let me ask you something. Have you ever had this feeling? You hit that goal, you finally get the thing you've been wanting, and for a second, it feels amazing. But then pretty quickly, that feeling just fades, and you're left wondering, why is enough never actually enough? It's like we're all on this treadmill, right? We're chasing more money, a fancier job title, the latest phone, or maybe even just more likes on social media. It's this constant push for something more, something better. And yet, even for the people who get it all, there's this nagging feeling that something is missing, that we need to do more. We're still left feeling kind of unfulfilled. And it's that search for a deeper meaning that brings us to the core idea we're talking about today. Okay, so let's get into it. The answer might just be in this incredible concept called Dharma. But to really get it, we first has to clear up a pretty common misconception about where this whole idea even comes from. So here's a wild fact. The word Hinduism, you won't find it in the ancient texts. It's actually a much, much later term. It came from the Persians, who were just trying to describe the people who lived on the other side of the Sindhu River. The philosophy itself is way older and way broader than just one single religious label. And at the absolute heart of that philosophy is Dharma. And look, it's not just one simple thing. It's this massive concept. It's the universal law that keeps the cosmos in balance. It's a social code for living a good life. But for us today, the most important meaning is this. It is the unique, specific purpose of your individual existence. It's the very thing we're all looking for. So how in the world do we find this purpose? Well, according to this way of thinking, you first need a map of yourself. And here's the kicker. This map says that we're not just one self, we're actually two. On one side, you've got the temporary self. That's your body, your thoughts, your ego. You know, the you that gets happy or angry. It's formed in your brain, it's governed by emotions, and it ends when you die. But then there's the true self, or chitta. This is pure consciousness. It's eternal, it comes from beyond space and time. It's not your thoughts. It's the quiet part of you that's just watching it all. This line from the source material just nails it. The true self, the chitta, is a silent observer and chronicler. Imagine that. It's the part of you that's just recording this entire incredible life experience, the part that carries all the wisdom beyond this one lifetime. Okay, so if the big goal is to connect with this true self and find our Dharma, how do we actually do it? Well, what's so cool about this philosophy is that it doesn't just give you one strict set of rules. It basically gives you a compass with 4 different directions you can take. And there's a path for basically every personality type. If you're a really heart-driven, emotional person, there's Bhakti Yoga, the path of devotion. If you're a doer, someone who's super active, there's Karma Yoga, the path of selfless action. For the intellectuals, the thinkers, there's Jnana Yoga, seeking truth through knowledge. And for those who are more meditative, there's Kriya Yoga, the path of direct inner perception. But here's the beautiful part. It doesn't matter which path you walk. The destination is exactly the same for everyone. It's all about reuniting with that divine, eternal consciousness, that true self that's already inside of you. Okay, so we have our map of the self and we have our compass. Now, let's zoom out and take a look at the bigger picture. What's the nature of this world we're all playing in? And this brings us right to one of the oldest, biggest debates in all of philosophy. Is it all predetermined, or do we actually have free will to choose what happens? Now, this is where it gets really mind-bending. The source material we're looking at describes the universe as a cause-consequence matrix. Just try to picture that, an infinitely complex, totally interlocked web where every single thing that happens is the direct result of everything that came before it. It's a completely deterministic universe. And this idea completely flips our modern understanding of karma on its head. It's not some cosmic score sheet of good deeds and bad deeds. No, karma is the entire predetermined stream of events that your true self, your eternal soul, chose to dive into. Why? Because it knew this specific life held the exact experiences it needed to learn and grow. This leads to a really powerful way of looking at things. The world we live in, it's just a stage. And your life, with all its challenges and triumphs, is the specific role that you, your true self, chose to play. So your job isn't to fight the script. It's to play your part as best you can, with total awareness, and learn the lessons it's there to teach you. So, That brings us to the grand finale. Given this cosmic stage and these two selves playing their parts, what's the actual point of it all? What is the real meaning of life in this framework? The ultimate goal is something called realization, and you can think of it as a two-step process. Step one is simply to become aware, to realize that you are not your temporary body and mind, but that eternal consciousness within. But just knowing isn't enough. Step two is to actually achieve that purpose, to live your life based on that profound truth. And what is that purpose? It's to finally get off that treadmill we talked about at the beginning. It's to stop identifying with the never-ending wants and desires of the temporary self, the chase for more money, more status, more everything. By letting go of that chase, you can finally break free from the cycle of rebirth, of having to come back again and again to learn the same lessons. The goal is total freedom. So, we'll leave you with this to think about. If this world really is a stage, and this life is the role your eternal self chose to play for its own evolution, what story, what incredible lessons is your true self actually here to live?